Hi, I'm Mary Aper, and I want to share with you a little bit about my digital identity and things that I've learned in this class, and also some things I plan to implement in the future. So I remember I'm old enough that I remember having to go get up off the couch to go turn the channel on the TV, if that gives you an idea of how old I am. I remember I went back to teaching in the 90s, and we were just getting computers into the classroom. And I remember that we had an old Apple. It was really colorful and huge, and I let my kids get on there to do Reader Rabbit and Math Blaster and just expose them a little bit to the novelty of having a computer. Most kids did not have one at home. In those early years of using a computer in my classroom, I was learning right along with my students. And in the 20 years since then, technology in schools has come a very long way. I teach daily using a smartboard with interactive lessons and connection to the internet, books online, and a plethora of apps and games my first graders can play on the tablets. The thing that hasn't changed is that I'm still learning right along with my first graders, and sometimes it's frustrating. Sometimes it's humbling to learn from a 6-year-old, and sometimes it's exciting and rewarding. As I see young digital natives coming into first grade, I know I must integrate more digital literacies into their learning. When I think about what I've learned about digital literacy, I think about the definition of digital literacy that I learned in another class, the ability to find, evaluate, utilize, share, and create content using informational technologies and the internet. And this class has made me reflect on how we can encourage children, even very young children, to evaluate what they read and see on the internet. In my PLC book, there is a chapter telling about a 6-year-old seeing a commercial and realizing it might not be truthful and accurate. And I've learned that having a digital citizenship curriculum is very important for any child using technology. I've investigated my own district's digital citizenship curriculum, and have had an email discussion with my IMC specialist about what she sees as crucial. When I think about my own personal growth and deepening understanding of digital tools and literacies, I think that I've really enjoyed the, I guess you could say, forced time to explore different tools that were suggested. I tend to get familiar with one program and stick to it, so this was a good stretching opportunity for me. Through the TED Talks and the reading we've done, I've realized a sense of urgency that as educators we need to look at how this generation of children is using technology to learn and to communicate and to express themselves. In many ways, the usual old way of teaching literacy is no longer applicable to the future skills needed for this generation. The ways I plan to continue to broaden my horizons of technology, I plan to follow some of the blogs suggested in the Hicks and Turner article. Learning from other educators is a great way to see what is new and how they use tech in their classrooms. I also plan to learn from my colleagues in my school and district, and I know many of them are doing exciting things with digital literacy. I am on my district's core team, which helps decide how we will use our institute time, and so I can suggest about new technologies and digital literacy as an option for some of our institute days. So where do I plan to go from here with digital literacies? I plan to coordinate with my area teachers to add technology to some of my units, and I also I'm excited that I'm going to be a pilot class for my district's experiment with inquiry-based learning. And because of this, I will have a laptop for each child, and so I'm really excited about that, and I'll have the chance to integrate more digital learning into my classroom. I want to share videos, online text, explore games that the kids can learn around a central science question. And so I'm really excited about the coming year and how I can really enrich my kids with digital literacies and digital tools.